Scorpio. So this is a reading for June, okay? Um, so for you Scorpios, you have the Empress, the Chariot, and then you actually have the Magician. So the Empress, right, and the Chariot and the Magician is really about how you Scorpios trying to date some brand new people, and a lot of people don't really quite understand how strategic you Scorpios can actually be. um a lot of you Scorpios a lot of you Scorpios right now are, you're you Scorpios are encountering people that think of you as kind of like being stupid, and they don't really they're so slow. They're not really paying attention to the fact that you Scorpios actually are manipulative yourselves, and that y'all can run game, but y'all choose not to. And that's what the Empress is about. That's what the Chariot is about. The Chariot is, you can run game, but the Empress is the first card out. You don't want to be on that petty stuff, because you see how much games and how much time a person has to waste trying to get someone upset and all this other type of stuff. So a lot of you Scorpios realize that that's what it is that some people do, because you know what to do yourself. And a lot of you Scorpios have made a conscious choice to not actually date like that. You really want to be fair about it. So now the Magician right here is about how, since that's the case, people, you know, people who don't people who don't live that type of lifestyle and live by the code, or live by a code like how you Scorpios do, they will never actually be able to understand how you Scorpios really are. They don't really seem to understand that you Scorpios, the way that you act and having integrity is much bigger than acting like you're better than somebody. Because for you Scorpios, it's not about being better than somebody. It's the fact that, Ten of Swords, you know what it feels like to be treated like trash. And you never thought that you would, the first time that you Scorpios dated, that you would actually be treated like trash. Because a lot of you Scorpios just wanted to find somebody to love in the first place and actually be in a functional relationship with. Like, you Scorpios didn't know what corruption was, how corrupt people can be when it comes to the games that they play, and how they run game, and how they play off of jealousy, and they play off of loss, right? Walking away. They try to get you to constantly think about them every single minute of the day. You Scorpios didn't even know at one point that that type of stuff existed. And the truth is, none of us did. We had to have had that type of nonsense used on us, and then we had to take it from there. But what's crazy is, again, the Emperor, you Scorpios know what time it is, and you're choosing to actually stay away from having to run game on others, because the Emperor represents how upstanding and how integral and how decent you Scorpios are being, to where, you are becoming that phoenix. Some of you, right? This applies to. You are becoming that phoenix where people can treat you like trash, but you understand that if they treat you like trash, it does not mean that you have to hang around them. It does not mean that you have to actually make you have to actually be on. It does not mean that. You Scorpios are beginning to understand that if they treat you like trash, they're not Mr. or Mrs. Right. You don't have to be around them. No one is forcing you to do anything that you don't want to do. So a lot of you Scorpios are realizing this, and now you understand that you do have options. You don't have to talk to somebody who's treating you like trash. You don't have to do that. If they do treat you like trash, you'll stay away from them. The Knight of Wands and the King of Swords is about, because the next step for you now is for you Scorpios, now that you learn this, the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords is, you Scorpios are becoming someone that you're very proud of. I want to say a year to 2 years ago, a lot of you Scorpios were falling into the little traps and the games of other people and how and what they would run on you. And now a lot of you Scorpios are proud because you don't fall prey. You don't actually get caught up in them type of little petty type games, right? If they start running game on you, if they start pulling away from you unnecessarily, then it is what it is. You Scorpios don't have to talk to them. You'll go talk to somebody else. That's what the Nine of Wands is about. You Scorpios having options too, which you do. You do have options. Stay there and accept it. Stay there and accept it. Talk to somebody else. Be by yourself. I just named 3 options that you have right there, that everyone has. And you Scorpios will exercise that option if a person wants to act like they too good or like there's some sort of celebrity in their head. And then the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords, you got a lot of 9 cards too, which means evolution. No, you don't have a lot of 9 cards. You just have the 9 of Wands, but it means evolution. It means that you basically are learning the lessons and you Scorpios are actually applying it, but you're doing it ethically. You Scorpios are not falling prey to the corruption of how other people do it, run game, play games with somebody psychologically, you know, play and emotionally play games with them. No, you Scorpios are staying right out of there to where if the person runs game, you'll just dub them and keep it pushing and either and just be single and still look, or you know what I'm saying, be single or just look for someone. But then you have the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. When you when you Scorpios leave, you Scorpios don't want them to actually come back. So anyone that you've talked to, that you were trying to get to know, that acted like their boo-boo don't stink, a lot of you Scorpios have the mentality of you're gonna leave because you have that much self-respect. But they better not find themselves calling you, talking about, you know, giving you hey big head texts. You Scorpios don't want that because you Scorpios are not gonna reply back to them because you've already dubbed them in your mind. They would be delusional to come back to you after they dissed you. Let's clarify the 8 of Pentacles. The World, the Moon, the Ace of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Pentacles. The World and the Moon, because this is about you. And you Scorpios are not going to allow someone to mistreat you and treat you like trash and you just sit there and do nothing. You will leave. You will ghost them. You will actually leave them because this is about you. And a person, what is one of the things that you Scorpios have to learn? For you Scorpios who haven't learned it already, what is the one thing that you have to learn? No one has power over you unless you give them power. So now the Ace of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, you don't have that albatross around you. You don't have that your mind is not in prison. You're not thinking about the same loop of thoughts of the need for you Scorpios to fit in. You don't think like that anymore, right? Trying to have someone accept you all the time. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles, which represents you Scorpios are on to bigger, better things. You have a brand new mentality, which means that you're in a brand new paradigm that you Scorpios should feel proud of because you placed yourself in this brand new mentality of abundance. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to get a personal reading from me, birth chart reading, as well as the books that I have done on Amazon. Or if you don't want to do that, you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks, spelled the same way as the YouTube name, Kareemspiritworks@yahoo.com.